Leaving everyone and everything you know to move halfway across the world isn't for the faint-hearted. So how would you convince the love of your life to do it for the second time? Ever since a holiday there in his 20s, Richard Restarick's yearned to live in Australia.
It would mean a massive amount to me. It's just something which has constantly been a thorn in my side.
But his wife and daughter aren't keen on a move.
I'm gonna put my foot down and I'm not gonna go.
A week in Australia soon sees them one round.
Oh my God! See, now you're talking.
This is a perfect house to live in.
But will the thought of leaving loved ones
I feel very sad.
see Richard's dream bite the dust?
The lift.
Every week, the equivalent of a jumbo jet full of Brits leave the UK to start a new life in Australia, a country with nearly 40,000 miles of stunning coastline and an average temperature of 22 degrees. But not all that glitters is gold. Around half of those making the move end up returning home. Richard Restarick is a man on a mission. He's wanted to live in Australia since his late teens, and now the pressures of running his own business have made his desire to move stronger than ever. But there's one major stumbling block in Richard's way: wife Nieva. Having already crossed continents once to be with him, she doesn't fancy doing it all over again. Persuading her could be mission impossible. The family's journey involves a flight that, after a 9-hour delay in Kuala Lumpur, takes nearly 34 hours to reach Australia. When they finally arrive in Adelaide, the flight's clearly affected Richard.
After the journey, we're really tired. It's been that long since I've even forgot where I am.
On the journey to here, my dad just got his head on the screen on the seats. It was like...
The long trip has given everyone plenty of time to think about the distance they've put between family.
I had a lot of thoughts on the plane about the length of the journey, about the older relatives in my family being able to make the journey coming here.
That's not fair for grandma, not fair for your mom to travel that far. I don't think they're gonna make it. Nobody will come.
It's his first trip to Australia since 2005, and Richard's keen to see if the country lives up to his expectations.
I need to get outside and start exploring, to be honest. I can't wait to get out of the airport and have a look round and to see if it's how I remember it.
As they head off into Adelaide, their entire future's riding on what unfolds over the next 7 days. Meet the Restaricks from Norfolk. Their dad, Richard, mum, Nieva, and 7-year-old Isabel. Nieva's come a long way from a hard upbringing in the Philippines.
We live in a squatters area. Financially, we cannot buy everything that we want.
It's very tough to live there.
Your parents would just have like a
bowl of rice.
bowl of rice while they had the meat.
Growing up, money may have been tight, but when it came to having a close-knit family and loving friends, Nieva wasn't lacking.
And I'm very close with my family. You know, I only got one sister, and my mom and my dad was there. I've got a very good social life in the Philippines. I've got my high school friends with which I really get along well, and still met them in college and everything.
After studying accounting, Nieva found work as a clerk. Meanwhile, 7,000 miles away, future husband Richard was in his late teens and jetting off on the trip of a lifetime to Australia with his mum.
We travelled quite a bit. We've done quite a lot of Australia. And we really, really enjoyed it.
The country captured his heart and Richard couldn't wait to return.
When I came back in September from Australia, I was then saving up to travel around and do a bit of backpacking by myself.
But all plans were put on hold when stars collided and he met the love of his life online.
Courtesy of Bill Gates, really. It was wouldn't have done it without him, would we?
No. First thing I heard your voice say, "You sounds like Harry Potter." So posh. I said, "Oh."
The couple quickly fell for each other. 10 months later, Nieva was by his side in the UK and they were married. But the romance meant Richard's Australian savings were gone.
Everything I had saved up basically went into getting Nieva back here. Everything for Australia had just vanished.
For Nieva, leaving her home country and family was tough.
It's very hard to leave them because it's my life. When I left them, I was on tears in the airport because, oh my, what am I doing? It was painful.
Settling into her new life in the UK wasn't any easier.
Always in the house, spending most of my time there because I have nobody, I don't know anybody here. It was a tough time that time.
Slowly and surely over the years, Nieva's rebuilt a solid social circle.
My friends here in the UK, they're quite crazy and fun.
Why do you build me up, buttercup baby, just to let me down?
When I see them, we go out, we go for disco. We're crazy enough to enjoy each other's company.
The couple have now been married for, how long, Nieva?
9 years, we're 9 years. Is that right?
And she's loving life in Britain.
My life today is very happy. I'm very comfortable. It's like I win a lottery, to be honest.
But the picture isn't as rosy for Richard. Working long hours, the responsibilities that come with running his car mechanics business has put him under pressure.
We've been through a really tough time recently. We've had to make a couple of people redundant. And it's been a lot of stress. I work so many hours.
Once again, Richard's thoughts have turned to returning to Australia.
It's definitely become more of a burning issue recently. With everything what's been happening at work, it would mean a massive amount to me to move to Australia. It's just something which has constantly been a thorn in my side for a long time now.
But he could have a fight on his hands persuading Nieva. Having already moved across the world once, she's not keen to do it a second time.
Leaving everything behind again, starting all over again. Is that meaning me not having friends for a year? Is it somebody to play with? Not having that again, not on this age.
She also fears starting again in a new country could mean a return to the financial difficulties she experienced as a child.
My fears to Australia is to lose the security and go back to zero again.
Izzy's with her mum on opposing the move.
My dad told me that ever since he was young, he wanted to go to Australia. I never wanted to because I really miss my friends and family who lives here.
Richard's hoping Australia will give his family a brighter future, but Nieva could be tough to persuade.
If this proves wrong, and I really have a strong feeling this is wrong, I'm gonna put my foot down and I'm not gonna go.
The Restaricks are spending their trial week in Adelaide, voted Australia's most livable city 3 years in a row. Their base for the week is in Seacliff, just a 20-minute drive from Adelaide city centre. It's wet and dark when the family arrive, but that hasn't dampened Richard's spirits.
Wow, this is nice. The high ceilings are really nice, aren't they?
Nieva isn't going to be swayed that easily.
I'm not very keen about the floor.
Whoa.
But the open-plan living space is a hit.
Quite like it. That's open area. That is just lovely.
I'll sit down and watch TV and talk to you while you're cooking.
Oh, this looks so cute.
Wow.
As they settle in, Richard knows he's got his work cut out, especially after having arrived in less than ideal conditions.
I think I've got to really pull out the stops during this week to convince them after the rain and everything, but I think the weather's going to improve, you know, and they'll enjoy that. Izzy's castle bed would fit in quite nicely there, wouldn't it?
No.
But there could be another storm on the horizon, in the shape of Nieva's concerns about uprooting her life for a second time.
It's pretty scary, to be honest. I mean, when I moved to the UK, I'm young. And, you know, with yourself, when you're young, you easily get friends.
And Richard's well aware he'll also have to sell the dream to his daughter this week.
You know, she's got as much right in this family to make a decision as what me and Neva both have. And if she's not convinced, and Neva's not convinced, then it's a no-go. You know, it's going to be an end of the line for us.
If I move here, I'll really miss my very close friends at school and not at school.
Love got in the way of his last return to Australia. The week ahead could be Richard's final shot at ever calling the country home.
When you've spent your whole life thinking about this place, and now I've got the chance to prove to my family that it's the right thing to do, there's a lot riding on this week.
Back in the UK, the Restaricks own a detached house in a quiet part of Thetford in Norfolk.
We love this house, don't we? It's everything I wanted. I've got a room big enough to watch TV in and with the speakers and everything I want in it. It's got our own personal touch to it. The only thing we don't like about this house is there's no privacy in the gardens at all. You don't like it when I go out in the garden with my boxer shorts on to go to the garage, do you?
Yeah. Boxer shorts.
The family's budget for buying a house in Australia would be £300,000. And one thing's right at the top of Richard's wish list.
Swimming pool. Don't care. That's it.
If there's a swimming pool, it's gonna be a proper dream house.
And properties down under will need to impress if Nieva's to be persuaded to make the move.
What I've got right now is the house I'm gonna stay forever till I die. So the Australian house has to be better.
To find out what kind of house the Restaricks could call home in Australia, today we'll show Richard and Nieva 3 properties, 2 on budget and a third which could be their dream home. Only after they've seen each one will they discover its value. For their first viewing, the family travel northwards along the coast to Henley Beach. Just 15 minutes from the city, it's a popular choice with families looking for an easy-going beachside vibe. Will this 3-bedroom home be enough to wow Nieva? Outside, first impressions are good.
It's very pretty.
Look at that.
We cannot afford this.
You don't know that yet, Nieva. Inside reactions are positive.
Wow.
Wow. That's beautiful.
It's a lovely room.
See yourself living here?
That's a great start. But in the master suite,
Mommy and Daddy's room.
one Aussie feature seems to be missing.
The only one this house hasn't got is a built-in wardrobe, which I thought all Australian houses got.
But on closer inspection,
Whoa! Where is my wardrobe going?
It's both.
My shoe rack. That's enough. That's perfectly good enough for me.
Do you like it?
I love it.
It's great. It's awesome.
Never had a working wardrobe.
the positive vibes continue in the kitchen.
Goodness.
I told you.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that's it. That's it.
Wow.
My room. Ooh.
Outside, Nieva spots an appealing feature.
What's that?
Hot tub.
Hot tub. Oh yeah.
Richard strutting around in his boxer shorts shouldn't be a problem here.
And how secluded it is as well, babe. Even though there's houses around us, nobody can see you.
So you can skinny dip in this one, babe,
Skinny
yourself.
dip.
OK, Nieva could be coming round to Aussie living, as could Izzy.
I actually want to move here.
Do you?
Yes.
You actually want to move
Not
here?
that much.
Tomorrow?
But I'm just thinking about it.
Okay.
Nearly. Richard's work isn't done quite yet. So is this house one they could afford with their £300,000 budget?
So the big question, do you think we can afford this house?
No. I think the house is worth like 350 to 400,000 pounds.
I think probably around about 275 to 325. Turn it over, Izzy.
Oh my gosh!
It's only £4,000 over budget.
Not bad!
That's all right, yeah. Good start.
Let's start.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the rest.
Richard could be off to a good start. Next, the family head to Golden Grove, half an hour inland from the city. With excellent schools nearby and well-kept parks, it's an area that's proved popular with British families. So will this home appeal as much as the last?
I'm in.
Outside, the house is setting in presses.
Wow.
Wow, it's like on top of the world in here, is it?
It's very imposing, isn't it?
Look at that view there.
Yeah, it's a stunning view, isn't it?
And inside, it doesn't disappoint either.
Oh, wow. It's beautiful. It's far bigger than the other one.
The master bedroom hits the spot.
They've all got front bedrooms, haven't
Look
they?
at the view, babe. Can you imagine that? Sitting down there when you wake up with that view.
But Richard and Nieva are already worrying about the price.
I reckon it's going to be expensive.
No.
Yeah.
It looks like it.
A luxurious ensuite temporarily puts pay to money worries.
Oh, yeah. Now you're talking.
Richard, you could be onto a winner.
This is my dream bathroom.
With 4 bedrooms, 2 dining areas and 2 living rooms, this house offers plenty of space for the family.
Nice open plan,
They
yeah.
left behind.
That's very nice.
And then you've got another entertainment area here as well, look. So you could even have that as your front room.
Outside lies the feature Richard was hoping for.
This is perfect.
Perfect. When you come to Australia, this is what you expect, isn't it? You know, the big
swimming
house
pool.
with a swimming pool. You know, it's just the stuff what dreams are made of.
This house has blown everyone away. But will it be beyond their budget of £300,000?
Well, it's impossible we can afford this, but let's see. I want to turn that card. It's got to be £500,000. It's not going to be like 350 or 400.
It's going to be
Impossible.
sky high over our budget.
Should I do it now?
Yeah? Cover it.
Oh.
No way!
That's £4,000 below budget.
No way! Impossible! No way! £296,000.
And Izzy is so smitten, her opposition to a move could be melting away.
Let's buy it.
Just buy it. Yeah.
You can get a very good house on that money.
This is a perfect house to live in.
Yes.
Richard's dream has received a shot in the arm, and there's still one more house to view. Staying in Golden Grove, we found what could be the family's dream home. It's situated in one of the area's more desirable pockets, and as soon as she sets eyes on it, Nieva's ecstatic.
No way! No way! You're joking me! That one?
Yeah.